Hello, hello, it's me. I'm here. I'm back. Reading with meat. With meat. We finished Candy on Sunday, right? Pretty sure it was Sunday. No, it was Sunday. Okay. Yeah. Here with meat. Good evening. Damn, Unc. He got it like that. He got it like that. Uh um I I hate the spring so much. I hate the spring. You live in northern United States. It's just not fun. It's just it gets sunny, all the snow melts, so then it's all mud, and then right when you think it's about to be clear, you get a small little blizzard. You get like 12 more feet, sorry, not feet, inches of snow. That stays. Then the week after, it snows in the morning pretty awful. Then it clears up by around noon. Then at like 4, it starts raining and pouring, and then at 6:30 or 6, it starts snowing again. Uh, oh, did it stop snowing actually? No, no, I still see snow. I thought it stopped snowing for a moment there. I was concerned. uh, what? Yeah, here with the epilogues. Uh, the meat section. But I am here. Dang, weather be like that. Oh, what? Tashi? Uh, what? I got a message. I don't know what this means. Watashi ga kita? I am here. I have come. Oh, it's my hero thing. Ah, used by All Might. That's why they said that. Okay. The stream's lagging a little bit. And on my end, everything looks to be fine. Huh. Everything seems fine on my end. Hmm. Uh, okay. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Uh, so here we are with meat. Another 40-ish pages, right? About the same amount. Yeah, 40-ish pages, about the same. Might just be your internet, maybe. So, I did not give myself the quick recap, so I am actually gonna just skip to the end of like the prologues and just I'm gonna speed read this in my mind for a second. Okay. Chew without the swallow. Maybe candy's better choice with picking with some things. You know. Each of these and sweetness. Rocks and caliber to eat is supposed to be talked. Meat or candy. Oh, okay. 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 Now we're in meat. Oh, it feels it feels weird to see the meat logo here. I got used to seeing candy there. That's throwing me off a fair amount here. Okay. What does this one start off with? Meats. Epilogue 1. I'm just going to start right into this. Also, do you know that if you drop a really hot can of soft drink, it blows the fuck up? Hi. Hello. Hello. Welcome in. I did not know that. Oh, that'd be awful, but like even like landed on you too. Oh. Oh, I gotta go low. Like there. Okay. That that sounds awful. Oh. Okay. But Meat. Meat. Ah. Meat was definitely the right choice, you think, as grease drips down your chin. Oh, uh, as meat. Uh, as grease drips down your chin, the meat is cold and undercooked, so you have to grab it with both hands while you rend it apart with your incisors. It bursts in chunks, filling your mouth with blood and your throat with mangled knots of gristle and long strings of muscle fiber. You take big bites, almost too big to swallow, so big that you choke on the meaty mulch of hoxum, and hock some of it into your nasal cavity. You sneeze out a gooey rope of phlegm and flesh. You stop for a moment to wipe your face, but your chin is still slippery after you swipe the mess away. Slivers of meat catch between your teeth as you masticate with bestial enthusiasm. Use your thumbnail. You use your thumbnail to fish them out. Yucky wucky. Good God. Huh. Finish up. Some of the blood has colligated. Colligate. Collu- Ah, you know what? Let's do this the right way. Let's do this the right way. Coagulated. There we go. Coagulate. Some of the blood is coagulated on the surface of the plate. You grab it from Calliope and lick it clean. She watches you, calm, placid, alien. Roxy has leaned forward to scrutinize your slovenly feasting. Her eyes, wide and intense, you stare back at them with your hands coated in un- un- uncoutious organic matter and flecks of seared skin. That's uncoutious? Is that how you spell that? Unctuous. Unctuous? Unctuous. Unctuous. Organic matter and flakes of seared skin. The blood on your hand is so thin that it's like oily Kool-Aid pooling in your palms. I'm like, I'm getting kind of like, what is it? I'm losing my immersion a little bit. You know, I can handle the flying kids, the kids who live forever thing, and all this stuff. But it's probably not blood on the meat. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll accept it here. It was like in the intermission with the C4 and how the C4 is a what is it called when it's like and like it's non-reactive or something like that when the club's deuce had it on his head and he was like threatening people with a bomb. It's super raw meat. Yeah. Well, if there's like blood on it, it would have to be like it'd have to be like killed on the spot. Hmm. Yeah. I don't want to go into that one too much, but yeah. It's actually like the stuff you see in meat at the market and all that. That's what is it? It's like a protein. I forgot the protein's called. Oh my, I've been out of school too long. I work at a school. Oh, okay. But think suddenly about all the many horrible crimes committed by Lord English. Meat son or candy daughter. God, that guy's the worst. The memory of his stupid face and his terrible art and all the abominable misfortune he has caused across multiple universes and timelines make your meal start to curdle in your stomach. The meat sits there like a big, lardy mass, a black hole bursting the universe apart around it. You feel like rocks are churning in your gut and your mouth begins to water, hot and sour. I'm gonna zoom in more. There we go. Uh, the flavor of the afternoon air changes around you and it's too hot, almost suffocating. You swallow back a mouthful of pungent bile as your eyes swim in loose focus. You know what you must do.
You know what you must do.
Oh, wait.
Wait, I know what I must do.
uh, of course you know. What kind of guy would you be if you stayed here and when you're the only one in existence capable of completing the grim task? A pretty shitty one who just sneezed up a chunk of raw meat in front of a girl he used to have a gigantic crush on. Giant piece of raw meat that feels like eating a live child or sour candy that tastes like battery acid. Uh, low key, the meat probably actually is easier to consume. Of course, you know. What kind of guy would you be if you stayed here when when you're the only one in existence capable of completing the? Oh wait, I heard that one. My bad.
I have to go back and kill Lord English.
You? Oh my god. You sure?
I think so. It will probably be hard, but I think it's the right thing to do. Everyone is counting on me.
Roxy pulls back and takes a deep breath. It's a very thin breath, and her bottom lip quivers a bit when she sucks it in. She looks disappointed, though. You could be misreading her, as usual. Calliope looks, well, her face is is a permanently grinning skull. You'll be damned if you know what's on her mind. I understand. No one says anything for some time. A pleasant breeze rolls down from the hills. In the distance, the bell tower chimes twice. You notice that a group of Carapacians have stopped to stare at you with beady-eyed fascination. The front of your shirt is stained with dark, slimy patches from the meat. Christ, why did you have to eat that meat like such a slob?
So, is that it? Should I get going?
Oh wait, hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta do something here. Oh my god. I actually had to meet myself too for a second. Well, I mean, if people answer, I gotta. Okay, I unmuted myself. Oh wait, actually, yeah, I unmuted myself, but I have to make sure their audio goes well before I send them live on stream. Oh my god, I'm back here with Mister Gallivanter's Ascent, and looks like Gerbose Tactician. Oh my god. Um, can Gallivanters like speak so I can adjust your volume?
I am
Oh,
talking and I am going crazy.
okay, you're unmuted now. Okay, that works fine. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, other people again. Yay, yes, yes. They joined up. Oh my god, Mr. Gallivanters wanted the voice Calliope. Oh my god. Cal I Ope. Yes. And if they want to say anything, they can say something, or they can continue with the thingy majig. uh,
If this is your decision, then yes. There's no time to lose. If the choice you have made is the matter.
Calliope closes up the picnic basket and stands. Roxy follows, taking Calliope's hand in hers again. Say goodbye.
Okay then. Um, Thanks for inviting me to this picnic. Picnic. Guess I'll see you both when I get back.
Will they be staying throughout the stream? I don't know. I don't know. Um, they might be staying throughout the stream. They'll be there for specific characters that they wanted to do, and I don't know if they want to ever just yap about anything and throw me off. Was
Just
it,
completely derail you from your reading.
was it off of Dirk's house in the lava? No, wait, was it Dirk's house or Dave's house? Where did the mayor get pushed off into? It was Dirk's roof, right?
No, because it was lava. I'm pretty sure it was the land of heat and clockwork because he
Okay.
was going to get pushed into lava.
Yeah, he was gonna get pushed in lava. Yeah, it was probably that. Dave's house. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I know. Wait, where did I get to again? Oh, mutant Discord real swift. Gamzee's fridge was at Dirk's place. Ah. Oh, yeah, it was lava, so yeah. Ah. Neither of them reply. You look from one to the other, then back again. A loud belch escapes your mouth, catching you completely off guard. The gastrointestinal ambush releases an invisible cloud of chewed up protein odor into the public park. Okay. The gross ball of muscle roils and snarls in your belly like an unruly groundhog, prodded yet reluctant to come out and see its shadow. Ugh, why are you thinking about this? Hug them, dummy. You hesitate a few awkward moments too long. When you go to hug them, they've already turned away, leaving you standing in the middle of the park alone with your arms half raised, cupping the air. It's so pathetic that the eavesdropping Carapacians finally scurry away, overwhelmed by the second-hand embarrassment. You didn't even know they could get embarrassed. You drop your arms and sigh. Time to get on with it. Before you leave, you fly back home and take one last look around the Salamander village. You breathe in the clean, crisp air, listen to the pipes chime, soak up the unfiltered sunlight. You then head inside for a wipe down, as it feels like you've been making face down snow angels on the floor of an ill kept slaughterhouse. You head to your bathroom and wash all of the meat off your face, but somehow you still don't feel that clean. An invisible layer of oil seems to cling to almost every square inch of your body, no matter how hard you scrub. You go to your bedroom desk and dig out some stationery. Dang, that was cold, Roxy. Right, dear Roxy. You've never written a note so quickly, or with such clarity of heart and mind. When you're done, you write 9 more. Your hands leave grease stains on the paper. You leave 10 envelopes on your bed, arranged in a tidy circle with names of your 10 closest friends written on them. Then, with absolutely no fanfare, you leave all of them in this idyllic world. Oh, and this idyllic world you've created behind and zap yourself back in a cannon. So, wait, hold on. Ah, bah, bah, bah. So is okay. Boom, boom, boom. Interesting. Oh, this is different ways that they. I don't want to say insert themselves. Would it be? That's pretty interesting. Speedrunning candy. Partially. Oh, oh wait, wait. That block through the first time they used this in candy. Huh. Okay. Hmm. Maybe I missed it, but maybe that was the first time they used it in Candy. How'd the prologue do it again? Prologue does it the whole time. Okay. I just want to compare if they like were written any different. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Are they written that different? It's somewhat hard to tell right away. They do seem to be a little different to an extent, maybe. Hmm. No. Hmm. Wow. Oh my God. Is that Dave? Dave the man? Um. Wow.
I swear, could this
This
day
day has to
possibly
be
get any stupider?
Yeah, I love this man. You're a meshy. Doom, doom, doom. You're a meshy.
Hey, Kuwabara, you're conscious.
You're a meshy.
Hey, Kuwabara, you're conscious. I'm not used to that.
That was a cheap shot last time. Yeah. Yeah. 3. You're a meshy. Bro. In the heart of the Troll Kingdom's capital city, Dave and Karkat are sitting on their couch with a foot and half of space. Oh, a foot and a half of space between them. It's a typically picturesque day outside, but Karkat has the curtains drawn shut all the way. This is part of their compromise living situation. Strange, Dave falling from the Urameshi trees. Or there was one before the video started. Dave puts up with the trollish, non-elusive, elusive, something just turns off as soon as I hit the go live button. It's really just easier to look this up. Euclidean. Thank you, Google. Thank you. You're my hero once again. Non-Euclidean architecture and bizarre social mores. And Karkat has adjusted his diurnal schedule to, in theory, see the sun. My Hero Academia. You're a meshy bro. You have got to check this out. Karkat is leaning forward, munching on chocolate-coated beetles and totally absorbed in what he's watching. The glow from the television highlights the dark bags under his eyes. Dave reaches out and, very gently, pokes Karkat in the cheek. Karkat flinches out of his full body slouch. Not now, Dave. Jake's ass is on TV again. Stop ogling Jake's ass. This is important. Damn, and Jake's ass isn't? Who the fuck are you to tell me whose ass I should stop ogling? Look, it's absolutely hypnotic. I mean, not in a sexual way, per se. Of course. Dave casts a weary look towards the TV, where Jake English is shamelessly exhibiting what is definitely his best feature in front of a live studio audience. This is a regular highlight of his and Dirk's hit television show, Rumble in the Pumpkin Patch, a schizophrenic cross-section of rap battle and robot wrestling that Rose once described as an exploitative, almost Dada-esque clusterfuck of circumlocutory. Oh man, I'm going so out of it. Circumlocutory. Yep. There we go. Pretensions and sweaty homoerotic astriction. Jake came up with the title for the show, and Dirk absolutely loathed it. However, before Dirk could insist on an alternative, Jake had already posted an online poll pitting his idea against whatever Dirk's lame idea is. Needless to say, the second option was much less popular. Carcat gestures at the televised speculative, a bit helplessly. It's all in the way it's being programmed by the station. It took me a while to notice because it's not like I make it a point of staying glued to this phony televised human gladiator garbage. It's soft as fuck. They barely even try to make it seem real. Dave, I consider myself a cosmopolitan individual, a man of learning. But as a native Alternian, I'm actually fucking offended by this insulting display of namby-pamby pageantry. Anyway, the more I watch, I can't help but notice the camera's lecherous fixation on this boy's voluptuous posterior, the ass, the gluteus maximus. Can't say I blame them, I guess. At least it shows they know exactly what's paying the fucking bills, because it sure as hell isn't the quality of the slam poetry. Read the summary for Candy and somebody griefed the wiki page for it, you think? I don't know. Y'all confirm the Barack Obama met Dave. Yeah. Yeah, and Barack Obama probably fucked Dirk too. Dirk and Barack Obama had some like interaction involving sex. Yes. You're a meshy. Okay, who gives a shit about that? Although it pleases me to hear you taking notes of the economics of this broadcast, since it is apropos. I really can't read today. Oh my gosh. Ha. Wow. Thank you, Google. Be my hero again. Oh no. No, that was how it is. To the topic at hand, but more on that later. Apropos to what? To fucking what? I don't have time to scope the latest meme, Dave. You are coming perilously close to cutting into my important leisure time as it is. Leisure time? This is all you ever do all day. Also, it's not a meme. It's much more important. Oh, excuse me, hotshot. But what possibly could be more important than the latest meme? That was a joke, FYI. Now leave. Jane is running for president. What the fuck? Dirk showed Obama his ultimate katana. His unbreaking katana. Dave scoots a foot and a half closer so that they can both read the news on his phone. Carcat tips his head to the side to get a better view until it bumps against Dave's shoulder. Got the announcement right here. You mean Earth, President of Earth? Yeah. Why the fuck would she want to do that? I don't know. Crocker's just an ambitious woman, I guess. This sounds fucking awful. Whoa. I mean, considering what all happened, but just these two lines right after the other, Oh, it is. It absolutely is. Also, like, don't tell her I said this, but I think she's basically a fascist. Why would I tell her you said that? When the fuck was the last time either of us had fuck all to do with Jane? No, I know. Just like a figure of speech, I guess. Oh, also, she's a fucking xenophobe. Of course she's a xenophobe. Carcat, without drastically altering his position on the couch, turns his head so that he can look Dave straight in the sunglasses. Dave, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of humans are. Yeah, I've noticed. Also, what the fuck does she even mean she's running? What a complete load of shit. She's a god. Which one of the toity idiots on this planet would dare to run against her? She's going to win in a landslide, assuming she doesn't just waltz into the office uncontested. Yeah, I don't disagree, which is why we have to stop her. Huh? Dave, what exactly are you saying? Are you telling me you're going to run against Jane? Solution to Jane being irrelevant to irrelevant to this. Oh my god, that's a way to remove that statement. That seemed like slander. We're amping up the rules. Not enough Vriska in this story. I'm pretending Jane's not a fascist because we're in a different point of the story. You know, I don't know what happens. Karkat's laughter is uproariously incredulous. He reaches for another beetle as his guffaws subside and eats in a manner he hopes will convey his casual contempt for Dave's insinuation. Insin, uh, insinuation. But Jane number two. Jane number 2 character in Homestuck. Number 2. Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you have any idea how rich she is? Dude, you're a meshy dude. We're all rich. We like invented the fucking economy. Well, yeah, but not like Crocker rich. Anyway, no, I'm not running. You are. Karkat stops chewing his beetle and does a literal spit take right into Dave's face. Okay. Me? No reaction. Yeah, man, it's perfect. You're the ideal opponent to take her down, and to be H, just what this planet needs. No, I'm not. Yeah. We established this. How many years ago? I'm not a leader. I was never meant to be one. Jane probably is. Although, to be fair, I'm agreeing with you. She's a complete asshole. I'm just not the one to run an effective opposition campaign. Where? How? I wouldn't even know where to start. Obviously, you wouldn't do it on your own. I would help. I'd be like your campaign manager or chief strategy guy or whatever. Also, you're wrong. You were meant to be a leader, and you'd be a good one. Just not the kind of leader you always thought you'd be. Not a bellicose, conquering dickhead who commands fear and respect. Just a guy who is cool and nice and actually cares about stuff, and everybody loves them for that reason. People don't love me. You're breaking my heart, dude. BRB, gonna hit the toilet for a quick power sob. Shut the fuck up. It still amazes me how little awareness you genuinely seem to have of how insanely popular you are on this planet. It's fucking adorable. You're wrong. All I see is Jake on TV and Jane in the news stories about her stupid business and Dirk doing whatever fucked up shit he's doing with his celebrity presence. I see your mug a lot too, Mr. fucking political puppet master. You'd get more votes than me, and you know it. You're probably just a coward. You only see famous humans on TV because you avoid all Troll Kingdom channels deliberately. You hate it when you see yourself on TV. Don't pretend I don't notice you change the channel as fast as possible whenever you see yourself. Yeah, well, maybe I... Karkat, you gotta remember, your deal with it can end the end of the comic. Karkat hesitates, then slouches back into the couch cushions, restoring the customary foot and a half of space he and Dave usually keep between them except when watching horror movies, eating chips, or talking about the top 600 stupid things Karkat saw earlier that day because he made his intrepid annual decision to go outside. Maybe I don't actually like being famous. And maybe that's a good fucking reason as any not to run for the fucking presidency of Earth. Not to mention the idea of an election is kind of fucked up and weird thing to me, culturally anyway. And I'm still kind of getting used to the idea that people can just choose their fucking leaders and not have some old merciless bitch in power for several million years. Well, you're a Meshi. Well, what better way to acquaint yourself with democracy than to take a crack at high office yourself? Dude, seriously, you would absolutely kill it with the troll voting block. The entire kingdom would vote for you. They'd go ballistic if they heard a troll actually had the guts to run against Jane, let alone one of their heroes. And frankly, just between you and me, Jane is... How do I put this? What? Okay, I'll just be the one to come out and say it. She's going to be a fucking disaster for the economy. Bop. I wonder if Candy had a minor time skip after the prologue because it feels like time passed pretty fast from the Kennedy universe. Well, time flows pretty normally in meats. Yes. I guess I have to admit, part of this, for me, personally, it's... What are you saying, Dave? It's about Obama! Oh, shit. Very slowly, Karkat raises his right palm and forcefully unites it with his own face. He barely even got a chance to prove himself. He was sworn into office and it was cool and everything was gonna be great, but then everyone died a few months later because of meteors. Dude was getting warmed up, so sad. I wonder if he would have fixed the economy. I bet he would have fixed the economy. Dave, as much as I enjoy listening to your ramble through yet another chapter of your freestyle Obama fanfiction, don't you already have a bias for knowing how his presidency would have gone? I mean, wasn't he president in the timeline Jane grew up in too? Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, of course I know that. I just don't like to think much about that timeline. It doesn't really feel like it's canon. Didn't some clowns take over the world or something? I don't want to talk about it. The point is, in the world that mattered more, I mean, like, the one I belonged to that I used to imagine had a real future, that didn't involve meteors or fish, or a fish dictator, or the American political landscape turning into the nightmarish daily joke. Oh, into a nightmarish daily joke. I wonder if the Alpha Earth had two Trump terms before J and before they got in. How did where I leave it? Oh, I still wonder what could have been if the old man could have saved us all, but instead he died probably, or maybe not. Maybe there was like an escape hatch in the White House that led to his own secret presidential session of Suburb. What if he's just chilling there now? Damn. Imagine, damn. This question could have been like such a build-up for Candy, waiting for this, and it's like, boom. Boom. What if he's just chilling there now? Dave, I think we've covered your Obama secret session of Suburb theory well enough already. I know. I'm just saying it's a beautiful dream. I fucking get it. But yeah, it's more likely he just died. But maybe it doesn't have to be in vain. What if he died for our sins or something? Sounds fucking meaningless. Yeah, but I mean, what if like he could be reborn? Yes, we've been over your Obama god tier headcanons too. No, like reborn as you, metaphorically. You could be the great president he never got the chance to be. You could give the people hope and shit. You could inspire trolls everywhere. Or really all non-human kingdoms. Show them anybody could be a president, not just an endless parade of rich humans who think they all know what's best for everybody. Cannot read the name Chasers anymore. The rap music brain rot. Weren't Jane Shaggy elected in 2024? 2024 was the last time a president was legitimately sworn in the office of the Alpha Kids, if you remember correctly. So Obama thing was real. It wasn't a grief. Dear God, what the fuck did you miss? Olive Candy. It was very big. Obama was a very key player in all of Homestuck. It recontextualizes the whole story. Truly. Dave, I'm pretty sure anyone could be president. Wait. Oh yeah. It's always seemed to me that humans just seemed more naturally ambitious. And that's why the power structure took the shape they did the last few millennia. I mean, I don't claim to be an expert on xenopsychology, but for some reason I struggle to imagine a fucking salamander getting the gumption to throw his crumpled hat into the ring for the presidency of Earth. Or the Carpathians, for that matter. These are not ambitious creatures we're talking about here, Dave. They're a huge flock of wool beasts, Dave. Karkat, don't stereotype. Remember the mayor. Remember how At one point a long time ago, he raised an army and rebelled against an evil king. Oh yeah, somehow I always forget he did that. Kind of mind-boggling, really. Holy shit, I miss the mayor. Me too. Me too. Uh, uh, oh, you missed Tavros.
R.I.P. R.I.P. My man, the mayor.
Truly, R.I.P. the man, the mayor. Dave and Karkat both observe a moment of that kind of scared me actually. Dave and Karkat both observe a moment of silence and a delicate and trembling pause of utmost respect to perhaps the greatest and purest being who had ever come forth from Paradox space. Dave pats Karkat's knees comfortingly, and Karkat lets out a quivering breath of sorrow, of remembrance, into this reverent silence. Dave says, I think he would be totally in favor of my idea about BTW. He loved democracy. No shit, he was a fucking mayor. I mean, forget all the lizards and chess guys for a second. Just imagine the good you could do for the troll kingdom. You would do a much better job of speaking to the injustices trolls face than Jane would. What injustices? Dude, please. Where to even begin? I know Earthsea has generally been a pretty chill place to live, but there's been some shit going on that is legit creepy. All this population regulation bullshit that's been going on since we basically set up civilization pieced out to the future. When you think about its long-term consequences, it's been fucking weird. Like the government being responsible for troll reproduction through cloning. A government that just happens to be predominantly human most of the time. Like, makes sense on paper at first, no mother grub. Gotta keep the race going and expand the population for a good while and get the numbers up. Until Kanaya gets here and hatches the grub, and then I guess a system of natural reproduction can take over in theory. But after so many centuries of that shit, doesn't the weird political imbalance like get entrenched? Obama is a bitter pill indeed. It's best if you swallow a bitter pill. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. He did so much. We removed that comment too. Oh. The measure of real concern and passion working its way into Dave's voice. Unless you mean the tragedy that was Obama, maybe. Maybe that was uncalled for, if we think about his story. Karkat, despite his typical front of loud indignation, hangs on every word. You're a Meshi, and once Rose and Kanaya crank out a few more broods in the caverns, I guess we're supposed to think it's all fixed right. Back to trolls as usual or something. But do you really think the human kingdom is going to just sit back and let the troll race proliferate wildly all over Earth, turn into another alternate empire? Folks know the history. They know about the continents and all the violence and hemospectrum and shit. They're scared to death of the possibility that trolls could run wild all over the planet. Dave, I know all of this. In fact, you know all of this because you've heard me say to Kanaya 1,000 times. Actually, in an effort to not go fucking insane, I try not to think about it anymore. I cough. You're a Meshi. Well, maybe it's time to start thinking about it again. Bro, did you know sitting on the sidelines in the face of oppression is tantamount to siding with the oppressors. Ugh. You think a Crocker administration is really going to go through with plans of deregulate troll breeding? She knows exactly what her base wants. I can already see the dog whistles in the press release. She isn't going to do shit. And really, man, if nothing else, and I truly mean nothing, please, for the love of Christ, think of the economy. The outburst is all Karkat can do to release whatever tension Dave's impassioned appeal was causing to brew inside him. Motherfucker literally just told him to think about the economy. Jane has this reputation for being awesome at business, but IMO, she actually just sucks. She doesn't seem to be even remotely aware how much she leveraged her status as a god to become a big shot trillionaire. I think she thinks it's all pure business acumen, but I think she doesn't know what she's doing. Fuckers left and right just be tripping all day long to give her money handouts. Oh, hand over fist. Ha. Of course, she's gonna milk her biz credit for all it's worth in this election. She's probably a much better politician than a businesswoman, actually. She is like sinister as fuck. I mean, she hides it well, don't get me wrong. Also, she isn't too hard on the eyes, which won't hurt her chances one bit. But she's going to be brutal on their pockets, just you wait. I don't fucking believe this. She doesn't know the nuances of sound comprehensive fiscal policy like I do. My skills are fucking legendary. I manipulated the stock market to assume control of the literal majority of all currency on the planet once. Granted, the economy was run by lobotomized reptiles, but still. Wait, that was speciest, sorry. The point stands though, I know what I'm doing. What do you think is going to happen when Jane takes over and the economy crashes? I don't know. It's going to be pandemonium. Will it actually be though? Well, I don't know. Okay, if shit goes sideways, I guess we aren't going to see like Raggedy Turtles and Popper Chessman standing in bread lines or anything. That's just the nature of alchemy-based post-scarcity economies. The depressions tend to be pretty mild. But it will still be bad. A healthy economy is fucking important. If for no other reason than it protects the societal context for what it means to be fucking rich like us. Why would you be mean to little old Casey? Honestly, they destroyed the economy and moments showed up before the game. It was probably pretty still before the gods with infinite money showed up. Just a thought. Let's come up with a different fucking campaign slogan than that. Okay, yeah, but the point is, I guess, she sucks and shouldn't be president. The end. You don't even have to think about economic shit. I can do that for you. I'll be like the treasurer, secretary, or something. Just please tell me you'll do this. Do it for the trolls. Do it for the economy. Do it for the mayor. But most of all... Dave wipes an invisible tear from beneath the rim of his glasses. Do it for Obama. God damn it, Dave. I don't really give a fuck about politics or being a leader anymore. And I think you know that. I don't care about the economy, and while I'm sure this Obama fellow was hell of a guy, I can give less of a fuck about him either. But I do care about you. Dave smiles. So, I'll do it. Why not? Nice. Oh, yeah. You won't regret it. This is gonna be dope. I think we have a great shot, too. With my political savvy and economic genius and outrageous flair for subversive anti-establishment messaging and propaganda, and your big, loud fucking mouth. What the fuck? I guess I guess also your charisma and likability and shit. Yeah, you might be right. I'm pretty sure I can fake those things well enough. Oh, also, your weirdly sincere humility. I prefer the term self-loathing, actually. Yo, me too, Kirkat. Okay, let's try to avoid that phrase on the campaign trail, too. This already sounds like a pain in the ass. Grist and Nail Company, they have no reason to have capitalism. That's really economic systems don't really care about how much shit is actually there. Dave Dinley, what is it with you and Obama? It's a cry for help. Like Obama was the dog, man, I guess. He was the man. He was I don't know. I'm trying to think of like Dave's rum. For some reason all I can picture is the Snoop Dogg poster. He's like for Obama, it's probably completely surface level. Actually, like fully. There's a gap of silence in the conversation, long enough for the audio from the television to become noticeable. Jake is rambling out a truly dire piece of slam poetry that involves, with zero hint of irony, the terms "Batty Fang" and mad as hops. The neon light blaring out from the screen casts long waves of color along the black walls of the hive and bounces off the glasses of the framed print of Dave's least psychologically revealing SBAHJ strip. Kirkette sighs and rubs the space between his horns. Can't I just read a bunch of Can I just read a bunch of bullshit you write for me off a teleprompter? Yeah, there will definitely be plenty of that. Dave grabs his tablet off the shelf. He pivots back around and points the pen straight at Karkat. The arc of his arm's motion is polished and decisive, even though it's been a long time since he's properly used a sword. You're a meshy. You're a meshy. You're a meshy. But you also need to be natural and speak from the heart and shit. Just like, talk to your people about stuff they care about. My people. You mean my people. You mean trolls. Oh, yeah, I guess that sounded bad. Sorry. But yeah, exactly. Trolls. That's gonna be your base, so you gotta rile them up. Inspire them. I don't think you need any fancy speeches to do that. You'll be a natural, if you say so. So what do we actually do? I mean, next. His obsession with Obama might be an outlet for the fact that he misses his old world without actually saying it. Maybe. Dave 12. Dave plops down on the floor and gestures for Karkat to join him. What did Dave even do in his old world? Talk to people online and make shitty comics? Not shitty in like a derogatory, like not in a rude sense, but in more of like just the term shitty. Like yeah. Like yeah, like the man. I keep thinking of the fancy Santas, like the shitty Santa stuff. It's like stuck in my mind a little bit. Dave plops down on the floor and gestures for Karkat to join him on the cold stone. He swipes the tablet on and taps the screen with the pen. Karkat lies down on his stomach and props his chin on his palms so he can watch Dave scribble political ambition directly into the shittiest paint program on his OS. You're a meshy. Time to talk some strategy. We need to rally as much high-profile support to our cause as we can, but there are some, lines of loyalty to figure out. What? I mean, which of our friends are going to side with us and which ones will side with Jane? Pretty much all of us are famous and popular all over Earth to some degree. Some of us more so with certain kingdoms than others, so some key endorsements are going either way. Could swing the whole election. Oh, great. Oh, great. So it all comes down to how many famous humans like me better than Jane. We're fucked. Well, no, not so fast. Let's think it through. You will have overwhelming support in the Troll Kingdom, and so does Kanaya. She's pretty much a lock to be on your side. Dirk, unfortunately, is just as much a lock for Jane, I'm gonna guess. But after that, it's kind of a free-for-all. Roxy and Calliope will probably be neutral. They have a lot of pull with the Carapacians, though, so that would be a nice score to sway them. Rose will probably claim neutrality at first, but I'm betting she can be cajoled by her wife to our side. And once we get Rose converting, Roxy probably won't be too hard. As for Jade... ... Oh my. He's described them as shitty too. Oh, okay. They stare at each other. Karkat sighs and Dave raps his pen against the tablet screen in a slow, uneven staccato. I think it's fair to say she's going to be on our side. Yeah, maybe a little too much so. Yeah, I was going to be the one to say it, but yeah, I get what you mean. Of course, we want her to help. We want her help, and her endorsement will go a long way, but I think we gotta sort out like a hierarchy, hierarchy. Okay, yeah, I'll do this for the easy words. Hierarchical, chill. Pretend I said that one right. Approach the campaign strategy. Keep it organized and disciplined with the roles well defined. Not let things get too murky with personal shit. I think we're on the same page here, Dave. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's come back to the Jade issue later. Let's see who's else. Egbert. 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 Right. John should be easy to convince, but I'm not sure how much of a factor he'll be in this campaign. Have no idea how long he'll be away on this mission Rose mentioned. What mission? Don't know. She's been hella cagey about it. Swore me to secrecy until the right time, whenever that is. Anyway, his endorsement would go a long way in swinging the consort kingdom. That would be huge. Aren't there like 100 billion of those fuckers? Securing that voting block should be able to win the whole thing for us. Well, no, the population isn't that big, but yes, it's by far the most populous kingdom. Swinging them our way should help a lot, but it won't be enough to decide the whole thing. Consorts overwhelm other kingdoms in sheer numbers, but due to unscrupulous gerrymandering, all kinds of fucked up voter suppression policies, and some electoral counterbalancing measures to account for their ridiculous populace growth rate, their voting power per capita is kind of pathetic. Also, it's hard to drive turnout. This may come as a shock, but legions of easily distracted low information amphibians, primarily concerned with eating bugs and farming goddamn mushrooms, aren't the most politically motivated demographic. So to get them out of the polls, we need to get them really excited. Okay. I guess I have to trust your expertise on that, since I don't know the first fucking thing about how to inspire an unintelligent lizard. Yeah, well, I don't either. But that brings us to Jake. Jake's butt flexes on the television as if in response. Karkat cannot avoid watching it from the corner of his eyes. Oh, fuck. No, this is important. Jake is a huge wild card here. I'm sure his endorsement would be completely up for grabs. He could go any way, including just getting turned off by the whole thing and staying apolitical. So, we have to be careful about how we approach him. Jake is the only one of us who's wildly popular in all four kingdoms. Well, I can't argue with that. Yeah, so an endorsement from him would be huge. Seriously, just running one ad of him doing his double pistol winking bullshit with a thing under it saying, "Vote Karkat," might be enough to win the whole election. Just have to get the fickle bastard to agree, to which could be tricky. And honestly, I'd be shocked if Jane hasn't already started courting his vote. There's no way she doesn't understand the political stakes. So, it all comes down to the Jake stakes then. Pretty much. The Jake stakes 2.0. What? There was a 1.0. When did that happen? Oh, that's like a whole story. Is this going to be another anecdote about how about the Jake Scott I won't care about and don't want to fucking hear? Anyway, now that we have a moment, oh boy, I sure do hope that shows. Oh boy, I sure hope something you know doesn't probably sway Rose, thus Roxy probably. Poor Jake. Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait. That sounds like the exact kind of opinion you have about it. Then I don't want to fucking hear about it. Okay. Shit, hold up. What? Dave fishes his phone out from his lap. Dirk's calling me. Dirk's calling me. What the fuck does he want? I don't know. Oh, IDK. He just calls me out of the blue from time to time to talk shit. Usually about nothing whatsoever. He'll probably joke about how he needs to cut me off his head. Oh, cut off his head. Huh? It's a running gag he's been running into the ground for years. Motherfucker's dedicated to his memes. I'll give him that. You said he's going to be a Crocker loyalist, right? Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. You don't think he's trying to do something? Reconnaissance work here. Like intel gathering? He doesn't even know you're entering the race yet. No one does. Okay, good. I guess you'd better answer then. Okay, well, I missed a call while we were bullshitting about it. But yeah, I'll just call him back now. Dave hits the call back button. On the television, Dirk's phone begins ringing. Sup?
Hey, dude.
Dave hears the reply through his phone and then a moment later through the TV. Due to the broadcasting delay, the whole show has stopped so that Dirk can take this call. The camera zooms in on where he's casually lying on the mats, bruised and a little bit bloody. In the background, Jake strikes an attractive, cocked-hipped pose. He's spinning a revolver around on one finger, affecting an aura of attractive indifference. But the look he's shooting his sparring partner in is caught halfway between confused and exasperated. Karkat looks from Dave to the TV and back again.
Got your sword handy?
Always.
Good. See, I'm in a bind here, sort of, and I'm afraid there's only one way out.
Okay, I'm fucking leaving. Oh my god. Oh, okay. What are we at? Okay. Huh. Next page? I can just go right on to it. Zap. Oh, John. Zap. I'll do this real quick. There we go. Oh. John Zap. You zap back into canon. It's been so long, you'd forgotten what it feels like. The atmosphere smacks unmistakably of... How can you describe it? Relevance. Legitimacy. Funny how you never would have thought to put it that way until you left. It takes you a moment to recognize where you are, even though Rose's instructions were very specific. A place bright and gaudy and filled with the stench of teenage Inu. It's your old living room on the gold battleship, where you spent 3 years caught up in a lot of weird, furry, romantic drama, while learning to unlove everything you once held sacred. 3 long, boring years. Years that, technically speaking, never even happened. Now that you think of it, you have the very retcon powers that just brought you back here to thank you for that. You barely have time to take in the sick, nostalgic feeling that all the globes and tangled buddies and avant-garde mime art invokes. The fridge pops open and out roll Arania and Gamzee. Gamzee honks and his codpiece jiggles ominously. Arania staggers to her feet, looking rather pleased with herself until she notices you and gapes in bewilderment. Oh my god, it's Arania! Oh. Okay. We're in the fun timeline. The fun time. Wait. Okay. How did I have Arania sound? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Good enough. Good enough. What are you doing here? Rose is perfectly clear about what to do next. You make a fist and sort of flinch and look away when you do it. No matter how many years you've spent living on a planet with absolute gender parity, This feels wrong. Still, you hit Arania pretty fucking hard, underestimating your own strength just as badly as you did the one time you clobbered a hapless circuit. She goes flying back, hits the couch, and KOs instantly into a pile of smuppets. You then take her wrist in your hand, slide the ring off her finger, and pocket it. Okay. Yeah. Isn't there something you forgot? You're forgetting? Gamzee stares up with. Oh. Uh. Gamzee stares up at you with his horrible, limpid eyes. There's something serene, sinister, and sensual all at once about the look he's laying on you. It sends a shiver up the whole length of your spine. Fuck no. Do everyone a favor and put an end to his preposterous narrative irrelevance. You wisely decide that this clown will lend nothing valuable to the narrative whatsoever if he is allowed to remain outside of your childhood refrigerator. You put both hands on his chest and shove him into the fridge where he belongs. He goes easily, issuing only a pair of weak honks in protest. You slam the fridge shut and resolve to never think about Gamzee Makara again. Zap. To the next plot point. Okay, so we're going back and back and back. Yeah, the opposition, the power couple, the like evil mold couple. Evil mold couple. You arrive in the land of heat and clockwork, and a flash of white, a column of brutally hot air blasts up from the lava below and instantly hits your entire body. Luckily, you're fairly immortal, so the only damage it does is fog up your glasses a bit, though the condensation you can make out of the shapes Dave and Jade below, as well as two more of you hovering in the air above. Both Johns turn to look at you. On the ground, Dave is talking in a particular cadence, one that is familiar to you. His longtime best buddy. Casual, wandering, verging on droning. It's a good indication he'll be monologuing for a while, and probably already has begun. Okay, we're back here. Okay. You're a Meshi. I'm serious. The thing is, being a time guy, like actually mastering time travel, I'm pretty sure what that involves is learning to never use it. See, it's like karate. Well, it's more like what they say about karate, that you learn it so you don't use it. But I mean, we all know the truth about karate is if you know karate, then obviously in reality, you use it all the time. Like doing lethal fucking crane kips and sweet karate chops while walking down the street just because you can. It's a goddamn no-brainer. That's what you do with karate. John, what the fuck are you doing here? Or, wait, actually 3 Johns. Hey, 3 Johns, what the fuck are 3 Johns doing here? It do be like karate. Wow, that's a lot of Johns. Karate, karate, karate. That's what Chuck Norris was, right? He was like a karate champion. Wow, it's snowing now. Wow, okay. It's a fair question, which logically should have been directed to the oldest and most knowledgeable John. Nevertheless, one of the younger Johns replies first.
Eh.
Huh.
Eh.
You know what? I'll do this for now. Yeah.
I don't know. John, don't worry about it. I'll take things from here.
Johns, don't get me wrong. It's cool that you all randomly dropped by again, but this wasn't really the best time. We were kind of in the middle of a thing here.
Whoops. Sorry. Actually, I only came here to swoop in and zap this John away without being seen, to retcon away the mess I made earlier. I didn't expect to see another John here. Hey, other John, I said I'll handle it. I'm the only one who actually knows what's going on here.
God damn it, John, what the fuck did you do?
Young Dave, please, let me deal with John's first, then I'll explain.
Young Dave? Oh, yeah, why are you a fucking adult now? Did you grow up and start time traveling, dude?
Will someone tell me what the fuck is happening?
Johns, there's no reason for you to hang around anymore. Not to sound like a wet blanket, but the thing you're trying to accomplish are now useless. So you can just zap away and do whatever you want. Unless, unl, useless. Useless. Wait.
Yes, there, there we go.
Ah. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure you can still go and do what I did when I originally did what you're currently trying to do.
Jesus, John.
In fact, it will still probably be a very rewarding experience. Some of my best memories happen right after you do what you're about to do next. The point is, you should just go do it, so you aren't here anymore. I'm here to make sure some new and different important things happen, and those things don't include you.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
The useless Johns zap away. You sincerely hope that they have a beautiful and fulfilling youth. I don't know if Dave has any room to judge. He kind of flaked on the time travel thing and left John to take over, so he only has himself to blame. You're a meshy. Adult John, what the fuck have you done? Is this some time travel shit? Please don't tell me you've been spending the next however many years bungling through time like this because, to be H, if what I just witnessed was even remotely indicative of shit you get up to on a recurring basis, then your future is almost too embarrassing to even think about. And this is coming from a teenager who was just in the middle of an angsty episode.
It's true.
Now, Teen Dave, this is not at all representative of my habits as an adult, but thanks for the concern. I'm not time traveling, and neither were the other Johns. I'm using my retcon abilities to travel here from the future in a manner of speaking.
Sounds fucking stupid.
It is stupid, but that's just how things are.
I'm a little confused. I'm supposed to be hunting you down and capturing you, but I'm not sure if the adult version of you counts. I think the Condens might just be confused if I brought her an adult John. There will be a lot of questions that need answering, that's for sure.
No, you don't need to capture me, and you won't be able to even if you wanted to, since my existence literally transcends the confines of canon.
Well, I guess that simplifies things then?
Yep, pretty much.
In that case, would you mind giving me and Dave a few minutes to wrap up our conversation? We were sort of in the middle of something important, I think.
No, you really weren't. Sorry to be the bearer of lame news. I just was to be. Oh. Like I just was to the other Johns. But whatever you were doing doesn't matter anymore. Nothing that's happening here matters at all. This session, this whole takeover by the Condens, this isn't how a universe gets made.
It's not?
No. Well, I mean, it is, but it already happened. We already made it, and we've been living in it for years already, from my perspective.
Oh, yeah. How is it?
Pretty cool. I mean, a little boring at times, but hey, that's life.
Yeah, that's about how I thought it would be. So what now? If it's all a done deal, like preemptively speaking, can we all just relax or what?
Actually, no.
Fuck.
I just realized why she sent me to this point in time to start recruiting you all.
What? Who?
Rose.
Why'd she do that? And what do you mean recruit? What the hell is going on?
This is the moment just after you made your legendary cue ball sword. You're going to need it
For what?
to come fight Lord English with me.
Dave's eyebrows descend beneath his sunglasses. You feel pretty bad because you're about to completely circumvent the life-changing epiphany he's just had that you know for a fact will make him a happier, chiller, and altogether more well-balanced human being. Oh shit.
What? John, he is not going to fight Lord English just yet. He's staying right here, old lady's orders.
Actually, yes, he is, and so are you. We all are.
Oh my god, how dare you?
Jane, you're brainwashed. Sorry, but nothing you're saying now means anything. It's fine though. You'll stop being brainwashed once I zap you outside the influence of the Condens.
You're not zapping me anywhere.
Haha. Yes, I am. Watch this.
Zep, Grimbark Jade. Out of there. You set a hand on Jade's shoulder and zaps her off to a better place. Then you touch down on the concrete surface where the whole pointless confrontation was taking place so that you can talk Dave around whatever it is he's going through right now. Dave, like his ecto sister, really needs to get in an absurd amount of extraneous words before he can fully process a situation. The mayor tips his head at you and fills with a sash. God damn, you missed the mayor. So, what do we do next?
Well, I'll leave you to hang out with Jade for a bit while I go round up the others.
What what others? Like everyone?
Yes, Rose and the other four.
Ah. You're a Meshi, I see. So sorry if I seem a little slow here. I'm just trying to figure this out. You're telling me that I made this sword because I'm destined to beat Lord English and we've all been training for that day, our whole lives to some extent, more or less. And we're actually successful here. Like, we overthrow the continents and make a universe and everything, and then we sit on our asses for several years in the new universe and become adults and lead mostly boring lives instead of going off to fight him.
Yes.
Guess that makes sense. Now that I think about it, that's probably what I would want to do by the time we finally wrap up this whole hot mess.
Yep. It is what you wanted to do, and pretty much everyone else agreed, including me. So that's what we did.
Which, I guess begs the question. If it seems pointless at the time and nobody could be asked to go fight him, when we all had our shit together, why does it suddenly become important to go back and beat him years later after we've become a bunch of lazy adults with boring lives?
I pretty much had the same questions, Dave. There are probably some pretty good answers to that. Definitely some complicated answers. But to be honest, I kind of forget what they actually were.
God damn it, John.
It has something to do with canon unraveling and such. We all live in the canon future. Oh, outside canon in the future. And if we don't go do this, everything will stop meaning anything.
Does anything you just said actually mean anything in the first place?
That's a great question, Dave. One that I can't say I'm qualified to answer. I think the bottom line here is this is what Rose said we had to do. So that's why we're doing it.
Sounds like a bullshit reason if I ever heard one.
You might be right, but it is less of a bullshit reason than any other reason we currently have to go fight him.
Damn, you're right. I don't know how you did it, but somehow instantly sold me completely. Fuck you, adult Egbert.
Still got it.
John, he's only 16. You zap Dave off to where he needs to go. The mayor's staring at you, blinking his buggy little eyes. You shoot him a warm little smile and thumbs up before bouncing off into to the ether of infinity. Hmm. Uh, uh, Discord message, very funny. And it's gone, and they delete it. Okay. Okay. So where are we back? Are we back at the main place then? We are back. We're back. I guess not main place. We're back with the Dave and Dirk. It looks here, I guess. Okay. We definitely have time for this page. The stands of the Cantown Memorial Arena are packed front to back with audience members from every kingdom. Presently, the crowd is going nuts, enthralled by Jake English's skillful posing and mollified by the deeply theatrical stage dive that Dirk has just taken onto the mats. Dirk, in fact, has unquestioningly unquestioningly, that's eating shit. His shit eating was so brutal that no one, except maybe Jake, cares that he's taking a phone call in the middle of a live broadcast. And no one should, really. The broadcast has been going for 3 hours already. Dave takes a seat on the couch, right in Carcat's butt groove. He observes his battered ecto father who's lying inside of a wreath of busted robot limbs like a piece of absolute garbage. You got this, Professor. You're a meshy. Bro, I'm watching you on the tube, and I gotta say, well, the beatdown you just received was as thorough as it was humiliating. I'm afraid, as usual, the solution to this problem should probably not involve your decapitation. You fucking drama queen.
Damn, are you sure?
Turn that guy up a little bit. Yeah, Jake just kicked your ass. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
You're probably right, but still not entirely sure we should be so quick to rule out my beheading as a catch-all solution to any given problem. It really could save us all a lot of trouble in the future, especially me.
It's really amazing how this meme we have going here continues to be exactly as funny as the day it was established.
Isn't it always, though?
Yeah, by the way, how did you get your ass kicked so bad? Jake sucks and his raps are fucking awful. Please tell me this garbage show is rigged as it looks. On the TV, Dirk makes an elegant hand sign that once might have represented solidarity with some ancient coastal rap group, but now has been utterly divorced from its cultural context here on Earthsea. The camera pans away from him over the crowd. It zooms in on a young crocodile wearing an oversized t-shirt with Jake's highly marketable ass plastered over it, and the phrase, "Tally ho," written in big bubble letters.
Dave, there's such a thing as showmanship. I'm sure I don't need to explain this to you, of all people.
Okay, cool. It's fake, just making sure.
Sigh. We really don't like to use that word.
LMAO, okay.
Holding back a little to achieve certain results doesn't necessarily mean you're participating in a farce or rigging the event. We do this all the time. We hold back our thoughts, our true feelings, our full potential. We disguise how much we know about what and when for many purposes. To ease relations, to let others behave naturally and make up their minds without undue intervention. To wait for the right moments to show our hands, to pick our battles. In life, there are many reasons to show restraint, which would never be regarded as an attempt to rig reality.
Oof, my dog, you're full of some shit today, aren't you?
Absolutely. And when it comes to theater, there are just as many reasons for restraint. To build tension, to set the stage, to give the people someone to root against.
Is that what you're doing now? Making people root against you?
What, by losing a round? No, man. That's just standard pacing stuff when it comes to battlecraft.
No, I mean by holding up the whole fight by talking to me. I can see you on TV. They're booing you, dude. The crowd has indeed finally exhausted both its patience and its thirst for the ceaseless ogling of Jake's impressive glutes. The camera swings around to focus on Dirt, who, since landing on his self-admittedly second-rate ass, has not moved except to make arcane, rap-related hand gestures. The excitable salamander manning the camera switches to a fish-eyed lens for some unfathomable reason, giving the whole exchange an air of demented absurdity. Dirk's sunglasses distort and stretch to dominate the entire screen.
Oh, then yes, I guess that is what I'm doing.
Dirk, Dirk, are you going to be much longer with your telephone call? The crowd is getting feisty. You didn't get too badly winded from our last scrum, did you, Dirk?
No, Jake, I'm fine. I'll just be a minute.
What about the agitated rabble? They're starting to throw things.
I don't know, do a dance or something. Sing a song. They love anything you do.
Okay. Sounds stupid, but I'll try. Jake tips an imaginary hat towards the center stage and begins doing the Charleston. Dave is subjected to an entire fish-eyed lens of Jake's booty shirts flexing and constricting against his tanned thighs. Just as Dirk predicted, the crowd immediately loses its shit, except for a single character pacing in the front row, who continues to glower at Dirk with an expression of absolute and total contempt. Why the fuck do people want to hate you so much? It's fucked up.
You're reading way too much into it. If I wanted another round of embarrassingly indulgent and mutually masturbatory psychoanalysis, I would have called my daughter instead.
Do I need to point out how fucking weird what you just said was? Or can that start going without saying at this point?
I think it can go without saying.
Nice.
The point is, playing myself up as a villain figure in this hacky rap pageant has nothing to do with getting people to dislike me. Besides, everyone loves a good villain. When they boo, they don't really mean it. I think you'd be surprised by how popular I actually am.
I don't know, man. Fucking deluded, kinda. Well, no, that's just his character. Something flies out of the audience and smacks Dirk in the side of the head before flopping out of view of the camera. He doesn't react or make a facial expression at all. Did someone just throw a diaper at you?
There's gonna be some diapers, yeah.
Sounds bad.
The point is, this is much less about me and more about providing a foil for Jake's heroism and charisma. It's very important that his popularity continues to be cultivated to maximize his political capital.
Political capital? What the fuck are you? Okay, how long have you known about the Jane thing? I mean, is this something you've been planning for like a long time?
Planning is such an intense word.
God damn it.
Look, let's just say there have been some conversations. Does that meet with your approval?
Jane is the shittiest candidate, dude. She's going to be so shitty.
I thought you'd feel that way. I respectfully disagree.
I get she's a good friend of yours and all, but even you have to admit how far up her own ass she is.
Of course. I consider it to be among her best qualifications for the job.
Christ. Okay, if nothing else, have you at least taken into account the devastation to the economy this will cause?
You know perfectly well how much we differ on fiscal policy. Maybe this isn't the best time for one of our epic debates on the subject?
Yeah, what was I thinking? Wasting the time of the dude currently holding up a televised rap contest so bad, he's getting diapers thrown at him.
Dave, I think if you search your soul, you'll come to the same conclusion I have. Jane is just what this planet needs. We've all had our fun here, but it's easy to overlook the fact that civilization on Earthsea is hardly a sustainable proposition. Just beneath the surface, it's quite a dangerous and unstable place.
I know that, which is why actually I think it would be cool to have a president that is good instead of bad.
He's not as great as you think.
No, fucking no. What? Who? Obama. How dare you?
No, fool. Car cat.
Oh, fuck, it got me there.
I think your heart is in the right place, but the dude is a complete amateur. He'll get eaten alive. I also have a hard time imagining he even wants the job. Really, it's an awful idea for him to even run. Think about how much it's going to inflame the interspecies tensions on this planet. Is that what you want? I'm happy for both of you, really. It's nice that you encourage and support each other in this way, but you're sending him on a fool's errand which can only end badly.
Dave opens his mouth to argue, but something else occurs to him. Wait, how do you even know he's entering the race? We just decided this.
A competent political operative has his ways. Besides, it was always pretty obvious to me you'd react this way the moment the announcement was made.
Okay, that's kind of creepy, I guess, but it doesn't change anything. He's running for president and he's going to fucking win. End of story.
Fair enough.
Though, now I'm wondering, since you and Jane have been planning this for a while, how many key endorsements have you locked up? Because if you've already got Jake on your side, then I guess we might as well just fucking quit.
I wouldn't worry about that. He and I don't quite have the rapport we once did. He's over me and doesn't spare opportunities to make ostentatious demonstration of this claim.
Um,
Basically, he doesn't like being told what to do, especially not by me. So it's fair to say as of now, he's still fully in play. Not that I should be encouraging you, really.
you are one double talking son of a bitch, you know that. I can't tell if you don't want us to run or our reverse psychology mind fucking us into running.
Does it matter?
I guess not. Not like I can just stand around and wait for President Crocker to, like, write fucking grammar laws into the Constitution.
Good. That's a heroic attitude to have, which I'm pleased to hear. Even if your plan is stupid, which it is, and even if Karkat would be an atrocious president, which he would.
Nuh-uh.
Sorry to cut this short, but diapers are starting to come down pretty hard right now, and some of them haven't even had their babies removed.
What?
That was a joke. Goodbye, Dave.
Oh my gosh. Dirk hangs up the phone and wipes off his face. The mood in Cantown Memorial Arena is tense, snapping and popping from the dual cooling and heating of the audience's expectations and tempers. An uneven silence begins to fall over the stadium as Dirk hops to his feet. Jay can't help but watch the motion, breaking his eyes over the muscles shifting beneath the skin of Dirk's neck and arms. Can't believe they would throw babies at Dirk. It was maybe there is something implicable. Oh my god, my brain no worky. No, it's just don't go. Im, implacable. Yeah, implacable. Yeah, implacably. Yeah. Magnificent about Dirk Strider. Jake thinks untamed, like a wild game beast of incredible size and strength. Of course, their history together is never far from Jake's mind. However, many years it's been since their last tussle in an amorous nature. The old dramas and triumphs in the old days of Suburb. Dirk's companionship has been taxing to the hearts, to say the least, and yet he's taught Jake so much about combat, philosophy, life, love. Okay. Maybe Obama is just Jake. Okay. Maybe unless all Hope players talk like this. But sometimes, despite their checkered and problematic past, Jake wishes that he could seize Dirk by the proverbial horns and wrest him bodily into becoming a much more agreeable fella. Then again, who would Dirk be if he weren't so contentious and imperious? Certainly not someone to inspire such a wistful lollygagging. Jake cannot help but observe.
Sorry for the momentary diversion, Jake. Now, where were we?
Momentary? Gazooks, man. You were on the phone for half a frickin' hour. I know you like to get the crowd all hot and bothered, but we are supposed to be professionals here.
You're right. My bad. Won't happen again. How about you kick off the next round? I bet this crowd will settle its shit right down the moment you drop the latest rhymes you've been tinkering with. You know the ones.
Gasp! You don't mean...
Oh, but I do.
Okay, this is gonna be... Okay, so like when Tavros had his raps with Dave and Gamzee, right? Was it both of them? Yeah, both of them. Pretty sure it was. Tavros actually said some pretty like what is it? clever things. And, oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Jake's not going to say a single clever thing. Uh, Jake's face lights up. He composes himself, adjusting a bow tie, although he's not wearing one, and making a vague gesture like he's twirling one end of that mustache Dirk has not yet let him grow. Dirk lets him go with a gentle smile, like the sort you'd give to a dog for performing a trick adequately. Jake responds to the signal like an Olympic athlete hearing the starter pistol. He was born for this. Tally ho, it's me, Jake McGee, popping my pistols off, 2 shots and a kiss. My aim is tops, I never miss. 1 shot to the heart and the other to your lips. I'm heedless. You can't impede this. Well, these cads are all hats and very little kettle. Cattle so weak one fears they might be feedless. As I paddle and digress, you try to make your egress. In the middle of the battle, but surely yet you jest. Fiddle faddle, my rhymes are known to bring the fiddle faddle, my rhymes are known to bring the rattle. I rattle those bones right down to the bit. I'm mellifluous, mellifluous, mellifluous. Old chap who knows how to take a hit. I'm the tip top of the morning, a rip roaring halt to your snoring like pouring butter on bacon. Their hunger awakens all the rascally scalawags and dastardly Jake apes. Always ask me, mate, what is shaking? With golden gas pipes such as Jake Ings. I'm dodging their shade and ducking their jape slings, while my rump stokes a thirst that my rhymes have been slaking. Slaking? Oh. Okay. Okay, Google search only brings up the Pokemon. Okay. The tip. I was hoping for this to be a little longer. Oh, well. The crowd, as Dirk rightly predicted, has settled its shit right down. This is not due to any accidental brilliance on the part of Jake English, but rather due to the abashed but loyal brand of pity the kind of devoted fan cannot help but feel when they see a beloved celebrity make an ass out of themselves during a live broadcast they have waited 2.5 years in the line to buy a ticket for. Dirk's phone begins to going off again. When the splendid lads and ladies ask me, how do you do,
Whoops, Jake. Sorry to cut you off. Looks like I'm getting another call. Really need to take this one. Gonna have to wrap this battle up sooner than scheduled.
With a casual flick of his wrist, Dirk snaps out a bright red tranquilizer handgun and shoots Jake in the neck. Jake's glasses crack when he hits the mat. A chorus of boos rise up from the crowd like round water. Dirk artfully dodges a bucket of obscene troll fluid to yet another very important personal call.
Yo, Rose, what's up?
Oh. Okay. Boom. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Tally ho, it's me, Jake McGee. I continue with this journey. Look up. The sky is really blue, but it's a different kind of blue than Earthsea's sky. It's less, somehow, like someone took a photo of the sky and turned the contrast down a little, just enough to make the clouds blend into the horizon. How many pages do you think you'll read? I don't know. 1 to 2 more, maybe. Yeah. So, okay, yeah. Going through candy faster. Kind of like I kind of envisioned I would. Where was I at? Oh, that is to say, it isn't the kind of sky promised by a paradise planet. Just an ordinary one. You realize suddenly how much you've missed the ordinary, as opposed to the supposedly perfect. You've been away from home almost as many years as you lived there. It's not just the sky, everything else exactly and nothing like you remembered it. The scent of damp grass, the quality of the air, the solitude. There's nothing but white houses and maple trees as far as the eye can see. A woodpecker raps away incessantly at the tree with the tires swing outside your old bedroom window. Oh my god. Please let the Genta piss make a brief entrance just to be mentioned as he walks down and drives to work. I guess 2 chapters is asking a bit too much. It may be. You couldn't think of anywhere else to go, so you and your little army are sitting in a circle in your old backyard exactly 1 week before the meteors hit. It's you, Rose, Dave, Jade, and all 4 of your teenage progenitors, each dressed in god tier garb. No trolls. No one who can die from anything less than a heroic sacrifice. At least, this is what you assume to be the reasoning for Rose's instructions to assemble your party this way. Wind slices down the street between the neat rows of bungalows. It's chilly, carrying air from the mountain tops with it. Even that feels different. The wind moves through you now, under your skin and right into your bones, skimming their hollows the same way it does the homes of your salamander neighbors, or the open mailbox in front of your childhood house. You smell the smell of cake baking wafts from the open window, and the sick stench of browning sugar fills the yard. You used to hate that too, but now it makes you want to. Dude, don't cry in front of all the cool teen versions of your friends. You hold back your tears with a big, ugly snort. Jake is sort of ruining the mood anyway by bouncing away on your old green slime pogo. Doesn't he realize how dangerous that thing is? Of course not. The fool. Of how the prose is kind of opposite where everything is extra real. Uh, oh. Oh, it didn't want to work. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna try one more time. I just want to get this. Oh, ah, that hurts my ears. Oh, I took the run. I took the run. I took the run. I cooked it. I botched it. I botched it. One more try. One more try. One more try. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm sorry. Okay. No, we're not. No. Ah, damn. I fumbled so bad there. It turned up on refresh. Yes, I killed my ears. It is. I will say, I have it. I have things turned down for stream compared to how I hear things. My ears are ruined now. I can't do it one more. 'Cause one more turns into one more, that turns into another, into another, into another, into another. I've been on that League of Legends ranked losing grind before. It's almost like that. Dave fractures the silence by broaching a subject that's on everyone's mind but yours, apparently. So, what's gonna happen to everyone we left in the wrecked time? Or, ah.
Well, well, I don't know actually. I've been to that timeline 4 times now, and it's always pretty much goes to shit.
Oh, this has been bothering me as well. Is Kanaya going to be okay? And by Kanaya, I mean everyone. You're a Meshi, yeah. What about Karkat and Terezi and the mayor?
What? Oh my god.
What?
Actually, Dave, I hate to say it, but I think John might have actually saved the mayor by bringing us all here.
Oh, this again. What? What could that possibly even mean?
I just remembered before John zapped us all here and unbrainwashed me, I think I was going to kill the mayor.
WTF, Jade? No! Jade, that is seriously uncool.
I know! I was gonna kick him right into the lava.
That is fucked up on so many levels, I don't even know where to begin. It's like an Escher staircase of cartoon villainy. I got nothing. It's so.
Grimbark? Woof woof.
Jesus, no, Jade. It's stone cold evil. I can't believe you just said that shit and then woofed at me. I can't. I can't even look at you right now.
Everyone, can we?
Everyone turns to look at you immediately. Like you're in authority, which you kind of are. You are struck with the sudden and uncomfortable realization that you are the only adult in the yard. You've never felt like an adult until this moment. 18 came and went and nothing really changed except that you're pretty certain you could grow a bitchin' mustache now if you wanted. And you might even have one by now if you didn't feel a sense of duty to uphold the sacred Egbert family tradition of shaving at least once per day, even if it isn't really necessary. You owe at least that much to the memory of your departed father. 99% sure those guys are doomed as fuck.
John, let's chill out for a minute. I'm sure this is all very confusing to all of you. About the timeline you're leaving behind. Yeah, I get it. It's weird. I've already left one major timeline behind. Well, two if you count the one I just came from where we're all adults. The truth is, I have no idea what happens to these timelines and all the people living in them when I just zap out of them to use my retcon powers to change stuff. They might stop existing completely. I don't know. The thing is, we can't really think about it. It's tough. But if we're all acting like heroes here and trying to do the right thing, then we have to put it all behind us. It's a sacrifice we're making. I mean, we're risking our lives by fighting a powerful monster, sure. But the sacrifice I'm talking about is saying goodbye to the life we thought we belonged to and all the people in it. Probably forever. It sucks. And I'm sorry I had to ask this of you all, but there's no other way. Everyone who has ever existed and will ever exist is counting on us, I think. So, yeah.
Shrug. It's all you can think to do to punctuate your speech of lukewarm inspirational value. Judging from the confused looks from the others, all of them may share your assessment of your own oratorical skills, except for one person. She's perked up at your spiel, regarding you with alert and admiring eyes. Damn, John, I know we just met and all, but that was a fine ass speech. IDK if I speak for the rest of my peeps here, but I'm fucking psyched. Let's do this shit. She wonks at you.
Uh,
You weren't Prepare to get passively hit on by the definitely not legal version of a girl you used to have a crush on at the age she was when you first met her. But only a few hours after you watch the actual legal version of her engage in passionate handholding with her possibly aromantic skeleton alien monster girlfriend, you start to sweat. And again, the unwelcome odor of undercooked meat and emanating from your body makes itself known to your nose.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, we need to make battle plans.
You quickly distance your mind from any additional discomfiting thoughts about your old and semi ex flame and propel yourself into a wildly unrehearsed tactical planning session. You review each of your abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, and then cobble together a reasonably sound approach to besieging a young and bratty version of Lord English by way of surprise attack. The planning is mostly disorganized and structureless, although some common themes that often recur involve you and your original three friends leading the charge. Since you are the oldest and wisest, and therefore the strongest, with the exception of Jade, whose gaudy array of powers make her the most formidable of the group, bar none. Aside from that, it appears that the consensus is that the melee will likely devolve into an absolute free for all, least going by the general pattern of incoherent banter, shit talking, and points of pedantic tactical disagreement plaguing the jam session. You ever hear someone making mention of a huge gay hope bubble? You can't, that can't be right. But you didn't catch who said it. A flamboyant pink spell? Yeah, this conversation is off the rails now. At the precise moment you believe the meeting has outlasted its usefulness, Jake does you the favor of effectively pounding the gravel for adornment by rocking back a bit too far on your lawn pogo and launching himself over the top of the ride on the next bounce. He face plants right into the dirt. Jeepers! Dirt goes to help your yard clean. Dirt goes to help your yard clean the Jake off its dirt. Jade follows to help out. It seems she wants to chat with Jake, considering it's the first time they've met from her perspective. Some eruptions of chattering can be heard from other members of the group. It's easy to forget since the reunion between your friends and all your young relatives happened so long ago from your point of view. This is all quite novel to everyone here. They've hardly had a moment to process it since your plan to drag them all off to fight Lord English has understandably stolen the thunder of an otherwise poignant homecoming. Poor kids, you think. You decide to give the teens some space to work through their shit before you take off to save the universe. You end up wandering all the way around to the other side of your house and back until you reach a window facing the neighbor's fence. You can see straight into your dad's study from here. You go still, feet rooted to the ground, heart hammering in your ribs. Your dad's sitting right there, smoking his pipe and operating his professional looking, boring, gray PDA. He's got the kitchen timer set up on his desk, and you can hear the notes of his favorite fatherly jazz album filtering through the window, which is open an inch. The sun is hitting the glass in such a way that you can't see his face. This is probably the last time you'll ever have the chance to talk to him. The urge is overwhelming, but you can't, and not just because your feet won't move and your throat is closing up. It's just that it would be a really bad idea to bother him. It would totally freak him out to have an adult version of his son show up out of the blue and knock on his window like a creep. He probably wouldn't recognize you. Fair enough. It's time to go, John. You return to your backyard. Your teen friends have split off into genetically segmented groups. Roxy and Rose sitting in the grass, Jade and your shared ecto parents laughing together by the green slime pogo, and the Schreiders leaning against the farthest fence, with a tense foot and a half of space between them. It's heartwarming, but something doesn't feel right about it to you. Possibly for selfish reasons. It's the selfishness it's the selfishness of your own perspective of wanting the memories you had of the reunion between all these people to be the most notable and legitimate manifestation of this event. To see the moment echo or play out all over again, to overhear the heartfelt confessions repeat themselves, it feels cheap. To you, that is. To the man who lived through it all before and selfishly doesn't want to have the memory tarnished with a tawdry reprisal. It's an exhibition. It's an exhibition of counterfeit emotional catharsis among pale shadows of those you care about most in the world. You wonder, do you see these teen versions of your friends as real? Are you treating them at Rose's behest as simple puppets? Doing your part to insist they fill friend shaped recesses in an essential plan to stabilize all else that can be considered important? A distinction no longer applying to them? Do you care at all about whatever fate it may be you are sentencing those children to? Are you becoming as complicit in the fatalistic evils of paradox space as Lord English himself? Are you becoming a monster? John Egbert? You can't bear to you can't bear to watch them bond any further than this, nor can you tolerate another moment of self-incriminating reverie. You wait one more minute before breaking it up, but not a second longer.
Uh, hey kids.
Please, please, adult John, don't do that. Rose gets up from the grass, elegant as a fold in paper, and brushes down her skirt. She tilts her head at you, looking very much like your Rose did when she saw you off that morning. It's obvious that she's trying hard to hide her apprehension. Is it time to go?
Yeah, I mean, no. If you want to be technical, I can zap us in wherever, whenever. We have all the time in the universe if we want.
But if we don't leave now, you're afraid we never will.
Yeah,
After all these years, in the reverse direction, she still has your number.
I guess it's true that people don't really change. They just grow up.
Rose gives Roxy a strange look, appearing to silently acknowledge an entire conversation that's been taking place, using a great volume of words that aren't being spoken. I guess. She smiles. Get the show on the road.
Okay, everyone. I've never zapped as many people before, so let's all just, hold hands, maybe? In a circle, I mean. That should work.
God, this is so lame.
It's not lame, it's perfect.
Nah.
Shh. Alright, is everyone ready then?
Only Jade says yes enthusiastically. Everyone else takes a deep breath and looks around at each other. Hands are taken, some tentatively, some firmly. When all sweaty teenage palms are correctly clasped, you place your own hand on Jade's shoulder and concentrate on where you need to go. The last thing you hear before zapping away is your dad's kitchen timer go off in his study. Budding. Okay. I'll call it there. Yeah. That's where this will end. 6. Right? Yeah. 6. Yeah, we'll end it at 6. Okay. Okay. I looked ahead to see if we got any new pages when the next page comes up. But yeah. Boom. I'll do that. oh wait. Oh, oh. Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that. How's it going? Um, like, um, there we go. Oh, oh, he scared me. Okay, okay. It's that point anyway. Since the transition, that's a transition no matter what. But let's get the TV out of here. Spoilers for Futureberg. Not gonna lie, I kind of really wanted you to read all the way through to epilogue 3, but it's better to not rush for spoilers for Futureberg. Okay. Um. Okay. Major spoilers. So, 'twas 6 chapters? Chapters is what they call them, right? I'm not a AO3 aficionado, so I don't know the terminology. Hmm. Huh. What? Okay, 834. Yeah, each page is a chapter grouped under an epilogue. Okay, okay. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you. Okay. Um I need to make the bingo. You're still on epilogue 1. I am indeed on epilogue 1. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. I am thinking for a second. Okay, yeah. So, that was not even all of epilogue 1 of Candy. Not candy, meat. I got so used to saying candy. It's still in my mind saying candy, but it's meat, 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 meat. Ah. Okay. Hmm. Oh, there's a fellow's typing a message in Discord. Insert the Meat Diner song from IQ Dub. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Chat. Chat. I don't like saying chat. I need like a better term to say than chat. I don't like chat. Class? I could just say class. Uh, I am almost. It's almost implied I'm being bullied into doing this. So maybe we at least get through the next. Well, we could finish this, I guess. Finish epilogue 1. I'm being told. Ah. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay. We're on 7. Okay. I'm being told to finish it, or I'm gonna get nothing. Nothing's gonna happen to me. But yeah. So we're not done yet. Oh my gosh. What a surprise. We're back into it. Oh my god. Wow. I don't know what I was saying earlier. Like I've mentioned before, that me from before doesn't know what's up like current me. Okay, we're back in it. We're back in it. Oh, his head's cut off now though. I have to fix that. There we go. And we're back at it. Really fooled everyone with that one. Got him. Uh, okay. Chapter 7 meets. The boxing bell is going off like it's having a fit. Dirk has to stick a finger in one ear to hear what Rose is saying over the cacophony of booze and buckets being lobbed towards the center stage. He considers it's all pretty fucking annoying, so he flips off the crowd and jumps the ropes. Always a good idea to abscond from the stadium before the customary show and ride hits full swing. The last standing robot scoops up Jake's unconscious body and cradles him to its chest before blasting off the roof. On the other end of the phone, Rose lets him know what's up. Uh, oh wow, buckets. Buckets have lost a lot of that staying power they had before at one point, right? I guess it hasn't been the whatchamacallit, maybe not as bad, but it's not so much what is up as what is down. The answer to which is proverbially me. I mean that both physically and philosophically, by the way.
You're down philosophically?
Yes.
I'm not sure what that actually means.
What doesn't it mean, Dirk?
Glad to see that my genetic predisposition for melodrama is still alive and well in my slimy progeny even after all these years.
Please don't interrupt. This is important, and I'll need all the energy I can spare to sustain even a heavily monologic transmission of relevant facts.
I see. Forgive my brief casual interjection into the conversation you initiated. Please continue.
Thank you. Anyway, the matter at hand is my condition, with which you're already familiar. I've struggled to devise the right way of telling you without causing undue alarm, which would unquestionably trigger the overbearing tendency of yours to solve the problem for me, which is not the kind of circumstance my constitution can withstand these days. I can barely lift a wrist to my forehead to telegraph my infirmity of late. Your bullshit is precisely the 1,000-pound feather that could knock me down clean through my apartment's plate glass window.
This is troubling to hear, of course, but rest assured I'm taking solace in the fact that your infirmity doesn't seem to have spread to your vocal cords yet.
See, Dirk, this is exactly the shit I don't need from you on this day.
Sorry.
The bottom line is this. I am ascending, and it is terrible. Rose adjusts her position on the couch with the body language of one about to dive into the latest gossip about a mutual friend. The mutual in this case, her tortured psyche. Years of refining my seer of light powers have cursed me with what is approaching near infinite presence. Ah, dwelling in this idyllic post-canon realm has worn down the barrier separating my primary consciousness from the memories and experience of all my doomed alternate selves, which were forgotten and discarded over the due course of its journey. As I approach the realization of my ultimate self, I cannot stop the extent knowledge from space seeping in. I am plagued by near constant visions from the less fortunate versions of myself, as well as a broadening view of the metatextual nature of our existence. Day by day, I get closer to comprehending the full picture of the narrative. However, I am still trapped in this limited body. There is only so much strain that my very finite synapses can take. It drains all of my energy to keep my consciousness focused on relevant events. But even then, I am losing my ability to discern what is and is not canonically relevant, let alone what is also true or essential. And all of that, and all of this is making me incredibly fucking sick.
Oh, is that all?
Ugh.
Well, in the spirit of full disclosure, same.
Rose is silent on the line for a few moments. Dirk can hear how labored her breathing is, how thin it is. She snorts. Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna just mention this real quick. So I was fooling with the idea of like one of the reasons why the other Dirk killed himself outside of just being a depressed fella, right? And like being unessential. Was the idea of it like making it easier for an individual to be their like ultimate self, because it's like either the idea of that like that person just stops existing so their consciousness no longer like seeps into yours, and whether if like being your ultimate self is like having everything of everything, all like being it, or if it's just everything of everything at that moment of your time, I guess. I didn't fully uh, write out what I wanted to say, but it was like a quick idea of that. Oh well, like you were about to say depressed piece of shit for a second there. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick. And yeah, Rose is silent on the line for a few moments. Dirk can hear how labored her breathing is, how thin it is. She snorts, quick, humorless laugh. Really? That's the hottest take you can manage?
Of course not. They haven't built the vessel yet that can withstand the temperatures of atmospheric entry into one of my hotter takes, let alone the hottest. It wasn't a take. It was empathetic admission toward my pitiable, similarly omniscient-stricken offspring. We are suffering from the same condition, Rose.
She allows several rare conversational beats to pass in silence between them to process the admission. We are.
Sure.
It doesn't sound to me like you're suffering much at all.
Well, I'm not. I guess I used the wrong phrase. You are suffering from it. I am adapting to it. I already have, really.
When were you going to tell me this?
When you were ready.
So, you have determined that I am ready to receive this rather critical piece of information now of all times. What distinguishes the present from the other moments you could have mentioned it? Were you waiting for the effect of my condition to become so unendurable that I finally felt the need to explain what was happening to me in full? Were you, in essence, waiting for a cry for help?
Wow. Well, when you put it that way, it makes me sound like kind of a dick. But I guess it isn't far from the truth either.
Unbelievable.
Look, it's not something you just spring on people that frivolously. Hey folks, just so you know, the boundaries of my awareness are coming apart, and now I know almost everything about everyone, everywhere. Also, the process should be tearing my body apart, but actually I'm handling it quite well. Thanks for the concern, though. Anyway, just thought I'd keep y'all fucking abreast on my incomprehensible brain and all. Peace.
Fine. You're a cagey guy. This isn't breaking news. I'm not pissed at you. I'm just so confused. Why aren't you suffering the same effects as me?
There will be time to explain all this. Despite whatever appearance of callousness I've maintained in withholding this information from you, I actually do have your best interests in mind. I don't want to wear you out on this call. There's so much more to say, but it can wait. For now, I'll just mention that I've been alert to your problem for some time, and I've been devising a solution which should permanently remedy it without compromising the boon of your expanding consciousness.
Are my pantaloons ready yet? Fuck. Is that what he said? Fuck, what was that last line again? Are my fucking pantaloons ready yet? Yeah, okay. You have. What is that? What is it?
Would love to tell you, but I've got some work to do. Why don't you stop by my studio later so we can hash this shit out in person? Right now, you should get some rest.
Actually, I'm feeling oddly invigorated suddenly. I think I'm good for one more exposition if you are.
Can't say I'm surprised, but no.
Have I caught you at a bad time?
Nah, but there is an election coming up, and my work as a political operative is going to be absolutely essential for the fate of humanity.
I see. Wheels within wheels, I assume.
There always are. Wheels are everywhere. They aren't my wheels or yours. The wheels don't have owners or designers, but they do have caretakers. They won't keep turning on their own without someone to grease the mechanism.
What a burden it must be to recognize oneself as the sole machinist of reality itself.
It's a curse, but somebody's got to do it. Save your strength. Come to my studio when you're feeling up to it. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Dirk hangs up without waiting for a reply. He cracks his neck and tips down his shade so that he can appreciate the full brunt of the sunset. purple and orange, blending brilliantly on the horizon. She's right about him, he thinks. While his ecto daughter views herself as having a somewhat deft artistic hand that lent itself naturally to a gentle push and pull style of influence, Dirk knows his methods are mechanical, like those of an engineer. There is nothing adaptive or interpretive about his method. Every piece has a purpose, a slot, an interlocking mechanism that is functionally pointless without the whole. Dirk, satisfied with this moment of particularly astute self-reflection, rocks back on his heels and launches himself into the sky. I was called away at the most crucial of times. I thought we were done. We were done, but then I was gave information to continue on. Yes, yes. So we are back for one more page. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. Uh, this stuff makes sense for Dirk's character. I like this stuff so far. He claims that he gave in to peer pressure, but really it was his own lack of self control. Can be a mixture of both, really. I am very susceptible to peer pressure. Always have been and probably always will be. Uh, John, zap to your final destination. Where the hell are you? You're a meshy. You're a meshy. Where the hell are we? I can't see shit.
Shh.
It's dark, not like someone turned out the lights dark. More like someone's destroyed the concept of light at its very source dark. It's a darkness that fills up your skull. Jake puts this more eloquently as always. By golly, it is indeed dark as fuck. Shush. Jade breaks off from the group. She moves through the air gracefully, ears twitching as she sniffs through the space like a bloodhound. There, she exclaims and points down. All the way down. Look down. All the way down beneath you, there is a light source, gray, focused like a spotlight, except that it's folded over the curvature of the space beneath it. At the center of it stands teenage Lord English, all decked out in his ostentatious god tier jammies. Gamzee's there too, for some unfathomably stupid reason. There's a robot bunny chilling out on top of the chest looking cool and kicking its cute little bunny legs back and forth. You hope that neither of these unexpected dramatis personae will play a role in the coming battle because it wouldn't feel right wailing on either of them at this point. Lord English is holding something that looks like locale. It's definitely locale. And Lord English is definitely waltzing around with it in his little spotlight in the middle of nowhere, swinging the puppet around by both its floppy arms. Well, rather, he was waltzing around. He stopped the moment you looked at him. Behold your adversary. That's There's so much shown here. This is good. I am going back to this moment. I really enjoy all of these moments that happen. Which one's the easiest way to get to it? The easiest way to get to it is probably here. No, right before it, right? Ah. That's good. I like that. So much emotion shown here, but only if you have the context of Homestuck itself. Uh, How did I have Caliborn sound? It's been so long. Oh, I remember. Uh, uh, hmm, hmm. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, I think that's what I did. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that's what it was. You simply refuse to answer his question. Indeed, you do something so much better, something that will make both of his inevitable both his inevitable fate and your regard for his character incontrovertibly clear. Give him a thumbs down. It's a textbook thumb down. Better, actually. The kind you can't really teach. Lord English drops to the puppet. For a moment, he looks shocked, maybe even a little afraid, but it passes quickly. He starts laughing. Never mind. I know who you are. It was foretold by the masterpiece I made when I was but a boy.
What?
Be quiet. I'll have you know that you just interrupted a groundbreaking interpretive art piece. It was the first of its kind, performed only once, and made more valuable for its rareness.
Wow.
I said, shut up. It's rude to talk through the overture, but don't worry. Although you missed my very important dance demonstration, which was unprecedented, which was an unprecedented act of genius, and not at all embarrassing. Now you will participate in something even more important. The young lord's face begins to distort. The unhinging of his jaw reverberates in the empty space. He laughs through the remainder of his nefarious soliloquy, which he has possibly prepared in advance for this moment. By now, surely many have witnessed my masterpiece, as it has circulated through the black veins of the dark web. Trillions have witnessed its majesty, haters and fools alike, and they have been rendered agog by my art virtuousy, my claysmanship, and my wrestling moves. But now the time has come for everyone to shut up about how great my masterpiece was, and the time is now at hand. His laughter turns into a low, cracked gurgle. It spikes towards you in waves, distorts, and pitches low. He is beyond pleased with himself and with the line he is about to deliver. For you all to become my masterpiece. Okay. And that was it, right? Yep. Epilogue 2 now. Okay. Now we are done. Oh my God. That went by too fast. It really did. I love this guy. I love this guy. We have a hater. Oh, shit. There's the hater. He's still hating. He's still hating. Fuck, I love that guy. I love this goofy guy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hater. God, Caliborn rocks. Fuck, man. It's hard for me to hate the man. He's like just so passionate about his work. Like, look at that. Look at this. He's going in deep. He's invested all of his emotions pouring into his everything, his being, man. He's putting it out there. You know, he's still not fully comfortable with everything, right? You know, he's still like, he's still not fully comfortable with it. Because what did he say? Something about being embarrassed. Is that right? Dun 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 dun. Somewhere, man. I'm blind. There's like 4 words here. I could read it and see it instantly, but oh, I can't read. Spell. There you go. Yeah, like we learned so much about his character and so little, really. I don't have any motivation to actually write it, but I still think about the chaotic good Caliborn versus the lawful evil Calliope AU. What? Bomb. Okay. God. Say that on stream, man.
I love Jade Harley.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Man, this guy Garbo's a coward. He won't even see it.
You don't believe in himself enough. There we go.
And just watch you make your own masterpiece in real time.
Beautiful. Oh fuck. Oh wait, it needs to go like down some. Oh no, that's just how this program does it. Okay. There we go. You also love Jade Hardy. Me trying to write at 2 a.m. Fuck. This is beautiful. Oh, oh, whoa. What? Did it just like download every tenor GIF that is related to this? What? That's kind of interesting how tenor does stuff then. What? This is this everything this one user has uploaded? That is intriguing. I like dragged a GIF from Discord that's a tenor GIF onto my little like art reference thing, and it's okay. Well, let's no Caliport. No, you gotta wait for a moment. Oh wow, that takes up a lot of no, no, I I deleted him. I deleted him.
R.I.P. my man Caliborn.
Oh my god. Wow. That's interesting how this works. God. There we go. He's gone. He's gone forever. Okay. Well, we got through the entire first one. Wow. Okay. Like I was thinking that meat was. I can't tell if meat is just that much shorter or if I'm just generally reading it way faster. I feel like it's a mix of both, but that went by fairly quick. Huh. I'll have to maybe ask one of my lads who's in this call with me to be a hero. This one on my my left shoulder, to be my hero and tell me if I'm probably gonna finish epilogue 2 next stream also, or more. 2 assistants probably helped. Maybe. But yeah, got through meat a little faster. As soon as I get through meat, Cyclonials before Beyond Canon probably. No. Hmm. What? Is there anything else I want to mention real quick? My boy Caliborn came back. That filled me with like maybe of some vigor of sorts, just seeing him back. It also helps that you're likely used to the format now. Yeah, maybe. That probably is it too. Mix of everything. Damn, seeing Caliborn back on the screen just makes me happy. Seeing Arania and Caliborn back on. Oh my god. Wow. Actually, that was great. That was too good. And not having to see fucking shit smelling, disgusting looking, awful titty milk, suckling Gamzee. Yeah. He was funny though. He was funny. Gamzee was funny. Oh yeah, Pesiquest. Forgot about Pesiquest for a moment there. Oh yeah. Man, why'd Gamzee do all that? Okay. Man, okay, so I keep thinking of like one, not keep, but I do think about a moment in there where like in Candy, where Gamzee's like saying what's he saying? He's saying he needs Jane or something. He couldn't have like done certain things without Jane, like because Jane's like helped him immensely, like through stuff he's going through, right? I forget where that happens. It's right before he gets kicked out, right? Kicked out of the ship because it's like it's the thing he says right before he's literally kicked out of the ship, I believe. I think about it. Yeah, okay.
Chat can't see it, but he's scrolling through the epilogues trying to find that.
Yeah.
Trying to find that section.
You're attacking me down. I don't think I'm gonna find it. I think I went too far, but I went way too far back. Hey, yo, Gerbal's Tactician, why don't you tell Gallivanter's Ascent your favorite joke?
There's actually 2.
Oh, there's 2. Is the second one new or is it like old hidden lore? Or have I not been good enough for it? Or is it like you were saving it for the right time and place?
I feel like I'm gonna step off the soapbox again.
So you're not even gonna say it?
Correct.
No, whatever. Actual baby man gaming.
Yeah. He called him a baby man in essence there, and that was very funny to me. So I gave it a quick little like laugh. This is it. When Gamzee says, "It's not about the milk, boo. It's about you." Jane stops. What? I need you. Like, I think about that a bit. And I like that line. I like that line, and then just ignore everything else Gamzee said, and just picture it being like a happy moment instead of what it turns into, and yada yada. Jane and Gamzee somewhat like help each other grow as characters. Jake and is there, I guess. Tavros too, little Tavros. Then they stop the war, and she stops being the fascist character she is, the evil ass bitch she is, the battered bitch. She starts and then she becomes just like the battered bitch, like kind of in a cool way instead. And then she just makes like a bunch of cookies and all that. And Gamzee's like there enjoying the cookies. They're all having a great time. Everyone comes over. It's like let me cut back 20 years later. They're all old people. Um, Jane's going by Nana now. I guess not. I guess 20 years. Yeah, it's old enough. Maybe 30. Jane's going by Nana now, and she's like giving John 100 cakes as a funny birthday present. Because I don't know how like they seem to age, right? Do they age as old people? Like do they age as normal? And they're just like old like decrepit like old people like back in my day I and they just like don't remember anything and they're just old but like they live forever and they just get worse and worse and worse, or they like get to a like certain age and maturity, like but like where would I even lock in at 25, 35? You're describing a really boring story. um you see, like it kind of depends on where you get the joy from in the story. You got to understand. Might be good. A good slice of life for a while. I can't I can't defend the idea of it being I can't defend a slice of life. I talk down on slice of life sometimes. Hmm.
I was just gonna say that this is the candy that's lurking within Berg's heart.
uh, God, they stop aging at some point if you remember correctly. There's a like decelerated aging, and they eventually will hit that point of going, probably, yeah, probably. That's what I'm gonna imagine. Yes, that's what's gonna be in my head for now. Okay. I best end the stream after that. Yes. I will be back. Friday. Yes, Friday. So next week I'll have some scheduling issues. I hope not. That sounds like a nightmare. Eternal life without eternal youth. You'll enjoy home slice, you think? Maybe. What? I am? Oh, whoa, I got people here now when I'm ending, so it's a little weird. What's up? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll be back Friday with Continuing the Vast Air. It's hardly fluffy, but I have post-canon fanfics I can recommend. My assumption is that they eventually lose all control of the powers and fade their aspect, but that has no canon basis. But yeah. So I'll be back Friday, but for realsies now, I am heading out. So thanks for hanging out, listening to me struggle with reading Homestuck. So someone's making noises in the background in my house and it's throwing me off. But yeah, thanks. Bye.